Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for a little Friday night fire watching fun. That's right, chat. We're gonna sit back, kick back, watch the world burn, I guess, because if there's a fire in the forest, I'm not doing a damn thing about it. It's Perfidious Pete, live, Friday night. We're gonna do some Firewatch. Let's get started. Firewatch was generously gifted to me, I'd like to point out, by a viewer. Also, let me know how the audio is, chat. It seems maybe a little quiet. All there is like the gentle rustling of some wind in the background. You know, let's turn it up a little bit, and we can turn it down if the need arises. Let's go, like, here. This seems respectable. Yeah, the wind is a little more noticeable now. That seems alright. What do I know about Firewatch? Well, I know that it was generously gifted to me by a viewer who said, "Hey, Pete, I think you really like this game. So, you know, touch my whore button, and, I'll whore for you. That's it. I got no shame. I have no dignity, no pride. You touch my whore button, I whore. Let's do this. Let's start a new game. Firewatch is hotter than Overwatch. At this point, it may be hotter than Overwatch. Audio seems fine. Cool. All right, so choose a game slot. You got it. Number 1. Let's do this. Not number 2, Chad. I'm not into scat play. If you want to go coprophilia, that's, you know, what you do in your privacy, your own home, on your own time, is fine. But this is the internet. We don't tolerate that kind of stuff here. Campo Santo presents. We like an intro cutscene roll here. All right. Campo Santo, in cooperation with Panic Incorporated, presents Boulder, Colorado, 1975. Well, I was expecting a title card there. It's an odd title for your game, but all right, I'll roll with it. I see Julia. Okay. Yep, there she is. Is she a smeary purple? I don't see anything. Oh, we're supposed to, oh, got it. We're supposed to do something. Okay, I see Julia. Yes, I guess I clicked this. Okay, I see her. There she is. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. Do you approach her? Oh, yeah. You will be mine, Julia. Eastern Bandit, hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Julia is about to be ours. Is it the Julia from Final Fantasy VIII? Who knows? Power Rangers stream has been mucking things up all week. No available bandwidth. So I guess we approach her? I'm drunk. What do we say? Oh, we got to drop a pickup line on her. So, what's your, major? That's a pretty, no. So let's just be straightforward. We're drunk. We don't have, at the best of times, Perfidious Pete is not a glib man. And flirting has never really been one of my strong suits. So you know what? I'm just going to go up to her, and I'm not putting on airs. I'm just going to be like, "Hey, you, lady, you're real pretty." "You're pretty," she says, coolly. Well, that's not a response Perfidious Pete has ever gotten. "You are not. You are a future hangover." "What?" you reply, confused. "Someone should buy you a cheeseburger," she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Hell yeah, it's the greatest pickup line of all time, chat. 1 week, and I'm her boyfriend, and also fucking free cheeseburger, man. This relationship is starting off great. Got me a girlfriend and a burger. Left click to use objects. So I'm in an elevator. Okay. What is this? A backpack. Okay. I can pick it up. Done. Now what? Oh, elevators. Okay. Can we go back up? We appear to be in a parking garage. I was curious if we could go back upstairs. Oh, please tell me I can beat a hobo to death with a cinder block. Son of a bitch. Can I at least... Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, I have weird doom zoom vision wherein I can do that tracking dolly shot down a hallway where it seems like they widen the focus while rolling the camera forward on a dolly to make it look like the hallway is getting longer. Ooh. So my one power is doom zoom power. Okay. Why is it all smoky over here? Man, Bayes 1 and 2 got to get a little exhaust work done if they're so leaking gas they got to leave lingering fumes. Can I pick up this tire? Nope. Can I break into the utility shed? Also no. Can I open this? Also no. Okay, Firewatch, let's make this an interactive experience in which I interact with effectively nothing. I can't even pick up a cinder block or open a dumpster. Alright. This is the elevator scene in which Ray Rice beats his girlfriend to death. That's just hardcore, chat. Also, let's hope not. And I don't appear to be an NFL football player. I mean, look at me. I've got kind of a doughy physique. I'm definitely no Ray Rice. Well, railroad plot gonna railroad. I guess we'll go get in this car then, because it really seems like the only thing we can do. Let's hope this is our truck and it's not locked, because I can't interact with shit. If this truck is locked, the game's gonna be real short. Truck bed, load gear. I mean, that seems sort of reasonable. Get in. Oh, well, okay. Loaded my gear and hopped in a truck. You date for over... Alright, I guess we're having like a flashback or we're remembering shit as we drive? You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. Yeah, I love dating a lady who's gonna make me absolutely batshit insane. This is how Ray Rice wound up on that film in that elevator, chat. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about everywhere. Life is good. Or just about anywhere. Really? Do we drink beer just about anywhere? Do I drink beer in class? Do I drink beer in church? Am I drinking beer on the job? Am I drinking beer outside the police station at 2 a.m.? Because honestly, if I am, it seems like maybe I have a problem. Julia wants to get a dog. Probably because of my drinking problem, and it's a coping mechanism for her. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. You pick up the beagle and she names him Bucket, or you adopt the shepherd and name him Mayhem. I am not having a dog named Mayhem, thank you. I prefer a nice, gentle Bucket. Will the beagle be named Rush? No, Bucket is his name. Beagle Bucket. Have I ever played the Stanley Parable? Yes, Chad, I have. It's a great game. It's a fantastic game. If the truck was locked, that'd be a real Stanley Parable moment. You're not wrong, Chad. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him, too. Now it's a tale of a boy and his dog. Our relationship is going swimmingly. Why does the music make me think it's gonna fucking end in tragedy? You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids, she asks. I mean, I often don't. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. Wow, this guy fucking stole the words right from my mouth. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots, that would be pretty good, or one day, why rush? We're young, we're in our 20s. We're drinking beer at 2 a.m. outside the police station, in class and at church. I don't really think we should be trusted with kids. You know, one day, after we've joined a self-help program and started down those 12 steps, why rush it? She looks away out towards the mountains. We have plenty of time, right? Speak for yourself, mister. Don't worry, you assure her. Okay. You tell her she has the body of an undergrad. My ovaries didn't get the memo, she says, laughing it off. One day, okay? Classic delaying tactic. Okay, one day, she says. 6 months later, you get engaged lying in bed on a Sunday morning. Okay, we're back to here then. Thoroughfare trailhead. So where's my gear? Wait, did I not have gear a minute ago? Well, I should have probably flipped up the gate of the truck because it looks like my gear fell out on the drive and now I'm in what appears to be the wilderness. Alone. Without gear. Okay. Graphics are really pretty though. Fire danger today. It's really high. Prevent forest fires. Yes, come out here with a shovel and dig endless fire breaks to prevent forest fires. This is how you should spend your summer vacation. Doing services for the parks industry. Unpaid labor. Apparently we can't go this way. Oh fuck, cancer's coming. Yeah, chat, we're on the same wavelength. Our relationship with Julia is fucking doomed. This music is the sound of doom. Can we pick plants or... Can we do anything other than the creepy zoom? Oh. We have natty bumpo eyesight. I can shoot a bullet to another bullet at 100 paces. Pete, was that a James Fenimore Cooper reference? Yes. Yes, it was. I really, really like the art style. It reminds me very much of The Long Dark. This is definitely a Unity game, and you can tell based on the engine we're looking at a Unity property. And I'm not saying that because it's a bad thing. I think the Unity engine is a great engine, particularly for, like, storytelling games. Why are those birds ominously circling overhead? Thoroughfare trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. It's a primitive backcountry trail. Oh, that's why the birds are circling then? They know I'm gonna die because I'm not an experienced hiker, and they're just waiting to pick the fucking flesh from my bones? Jeez, you fucking vultures. Like, literally, though, they may be vultures. Do not forget to check in. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Oh, good. This is gonna end up like Grizzly Man, with me getting ripped apart and devoured by wildlife. Fantastic. What other chat are you talking to? Yeah, Twitch chat. I do, I have a restreaming service chat where I do both. And I have a chat aggregator that brings me the messages from both and pipes them back into one. So if I'm talking to a chat message you don't see, it's probably just Twitch chat or YouTube chat or vice versa. Ah, we wandered into a jump cut. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julie is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. Oh, fantastic. She's already cheating on us. Isn't this the game that was won with an award by the guy with the fuck cancer speech? No idea. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. Do I get mad or do I ignore her? You know, in my personal life, I tend to try and avoid confrontation. I'm just going to ignore her. This is what I would do. I would just roll over and give you the cold shoulder. Wouldn't I, chat? You don't touch each other all night. The next day, you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. Why? Why I gotta hold on to a tiny... Don't tell me how I resent my girlfriend. Don't make me make some coffee and go to work. I can just let it go. I want to be the bigger man. Don't shoehorn me. All right, fine, Firewatch. Fucking railroad piece of shit. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. Still? I had no idea that she had a proclivity for the fine arts. Why don't you just say Julia likes to draw? She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. I pose and flex like He-Man, or I frolic like a Victorian... Well, I'm definitely going to frolic. When given the choice of flexing or frolicking, I'm coming down on frolic 10 out of 10 times. This is just the way this is going to go. Julie was right. You are very pretty. Julie is blind or grossly nearsighted, because I am no such thing. Oh, good. You fall off a cliff. Your legs shatter. You will never see Julia again. We probably should have heeded someone's warning about that trail. Why do I feel like this game's going to end up with us hiking into the woods? And also, why is everything fucking red? The blood pools in your retinas from the skull trauma you suffered by falling off of the cliff. Your bones are shattered. You actually lie at the cliff base, imagining yourself walking down the trail as you slowly die from massive internal hemorrhaging. The red in your vision is a clue. It is a hint to tell you that your doom is swiftly approaching. The darkness closes in. You grow cold. Everything goes black. Oblivion awaits you. Alright, I guess we're walking through Sepia Town here. Two Forks Fire Lookout. It's 8 miles away? If I have to walk 8 miles with nothing more than this, I'm definitely gonna die. Hope that cliff drop wasn't part of the bloody trail. Spacebar to climb over obstructions. Okay. Wow, watch your nuts going over this, dude. There's a lot. This is some real testicular hazards. Trees don't ordinarily grow like this. Somebody had to peg these in. This is a work of man. Someone has been like, hey, you know what we should do? Let's pound some nut rippers into this bad boy so if anybody tries to hop over this log, they savage their own scrotum. Man, the graphics are real pretty, though. That was a beautiful sunset. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug me with a knife. Okay. Bucket gets kicked. Fuck the dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away or you... No, fuck that. Nobody kicks my goddamn dog. I'm beating his fucking head in. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Okay, well, yep. Once again, they have channeled my inner Pete. That was definitely appropriate. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. So we're both afraid of confrontation then? We both don't like to embrace or, admit that uncomfortable things happen? It's 1984, by the way. We've been together for 5 years now. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. What do I do for a living exactly? Because you haven't told me yet, Firewatch. I'm not sure what it is I do. Or what Julia does specifically, other than that it somehow involves research. You mentioned that. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Doing what? Yale is in Connecticut. Yeah, thanks for the quick geography lesson. 2,000 miles away. Also, yes, I know about the relative distance between Connecticut and Colorado, thank you. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants you to move. You absolutely do not. Why not? I don't care about living in Connecticut. I mean, the cost of living is high, and the eastern coast is generally full of, I don't want to fire shots, but typically from a Midwestern perspective, kind of disagreeable people. Convince her not to take the job or agree. You know what? It's fine. If you are willing to commute from Connecticut to Colorado, it's going to be a hell of a drive every day. I will still let you take the job. Honestly, it's your decision. I don't have shit to do with it. If you want the job, take the job, but I would prefer if you came back and saw me once in a while. You are apparently the love of my life. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Oh boy, I get to see her, 12 times a year. What a relationship we're having. Now we see why the Doom music is coming in. This shit is over. Long-distance romances just don't work. Julie is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Okay. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. Oh, that's a good way to confront your problems. Fuck it, let's just have pasta and booze and try and drink. Let's bleach this trauma from our brain with liquor like we did over the whole mugger thing. No, you know what? At the time, we got help. We're talking to somebody, Julia. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they're worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41. Wasn't she in her 20s like 6 years ago? How did she get this old? Or did we spend the last decade talking to doctors? You both decide to keep it a secret from now. Why? Don't stigmatize mental illness by making it a secret. It's a health issue. She's got nothing to be ashamed of. Alright, Firewatch, you're railroading me into some questionable life choices here. I can't move. I can interact with my journal. Not even my Coleman lantern, although it's a Coldman lantern. You guys have really been delaying the whole kids thing for work, putting it off for a decade. All right, what's our journal say? Dick pic. Okay. So pretty. Thank you for closing that and sparing me. I appreciate it. I am not that pretty. Or well endowed, according to the picture. Does dementia count as a mental illness? Absolutely it counts as a mental illness. Well, I mean, it's a physical... I guess it's a physical illness with mental... Or with, like, it's a physiological condition, typically, but also with symptoms of a mental illness. I think it's classified as a mental illness if you check the... What is it? The AS something? There's a book that categorizes and defines all the mental illness. I'm pretty sure dementia is in there. Bucket is getting older. Oh, I thought he was dead. I guess the robber didn't kick him to death. He just kicked him once. Julia comments it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. Well, I mean, that's finding the silver lining in the fact that our dog's going to die. A week later, she goes back to the university. Takes place in the 80s, so things weren't quite as forward on healthcare rights at the time. That's a good point. Eastern Bandit, thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to the Ninth Circle, bro. 1987. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Okay. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. If we're 41, I think the unborn children are going to forever be unborn. They're hypothetical idiots at this point. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. Well, that's disconcerting. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. Well, okay, Chad, here we go. Here's the grim, dark ending we've all been waiting for. This is gonna be... okay. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple of months. Determined to take care of it? No, there's no shame in admitting you need help when you have a troubled family member, and honestly, this seems like it's best for Julia. Let's move her into a care facility. I want her to get the help that she needs. Also, it sounds like I'm having trouble coping. What's wrong with asking for help? So we're back on the trail. I see the red tone has vanished from our eyes, so maybe we aren't dying of skull hemorrhage. That's nice. What's down here? Okay. Wait, is this the cliff we just jumped down a minute ago? Well, we can't go back up. That's for okay. I guess we're going this way. Graphics are real pretty, though. A lot of birch trees around here. So this is it? We're just wandering? Okay. I mean, hey, I can wander. I don't mind. Let's just relax and enjoy the gentle afternoon of fake nature. Ah, digital nature. So much more pleasant than actual nature. Is that... It's John Bambi Doe, ruminant detective. He's out for revenge, chat. There he goes, off to find his mother's killer. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. Oh, man, I'm kind of an asshole. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls. Man, I'm a bad person. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Yeah, it kind of seems like they're being dicks, although I'm also... wow, this is just like dickery all around. 1989. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You've always really liked Susan. Months go by. So is it safe to say he kicked the bucket? Yes. I actually feel bad about making that joke. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. And seeing her less and less makes you forget you more. Seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. Ah, gotcha. You think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. I mean, I guess I have no choice. Okay.